I didn't realize I normally don't put them over there.
out. We're going to hold you hostage. Do an internet search for the item and make sure you go to an official site, not the spam site, and report it. And sometimes that's difficult because they're getting really, really sophisticated. One of the worst that I've seen is that they have everything spelled correctly, except that the A or the E or some other letter is actually in a different language keystroke, but it displays like an A or an E. And it looks like that's the right site, but it's not. It's actually from a different alphabet. So it's creating a different electronic signature for that particular element, that particular word, or not word, but character. So be very careful. Even if, don't just copy like Amazon.com and say, okay, I'm going there. Actually type it in and make sure that you're doing it, on your keyboard, not one that has Cyrillic letters or, some other languages letters in it. That one's a really sneaky one. It's hard to detect. Anybody else? Mm-hmm. 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 Understand, and I'm the same way. I don't want to have a situation where I am responding to something unknowingly. And think about it. When you get a virus checker, you're typically looking at 30, 40, 60 bucks. You're not looking at $500 or $600. Unless, those are more, well, that might be a low corporate rate, but it might be a small business rate. And unless you're running a small business, I wouldn't even consider that those were really realistic numbers. Did you have a question, Harold? Well, you put your hand up. Okay. Yes. Yes. And Super Anna spyware. Mm-hmm. Okay, that is because your trial has ended. You can go in on the, you can open up Malwarebytes and you can go to the account, click on the account, and under there, it'll say activate or deactivate, or there's some language. Is it deactivate, Rose? I believe that's the term also. Go in on the settings and make sure that's turned off. Then it won't hound you again. And every time you run Malwarebytes for free, it will automatically go out and look for new signatures. The signatures are what it looks for in determining if something looks malicious. Now, Super Anna spyware does not automatically do that. You have to actually click on look for downloads before it will bring that in. So just be aware, Malwarebytes does it automatically. Super Anna spyware does not. You have to, you want to make sure you have the latest signatures. You don't want something that's 300 days old. Yes. That could be. Now, Peacock is a free app. So you're not going to get charged for that. They may have, I'm sorry. Oh, well, all it's telling you is we have a new lineup of shows that you might be interested in. You can always go to Peacock to actually look for those. So I disregard all of those communications. I don't even open them up. All it's saying is, look at the movies that that we're offering this month. Look at the new shows we've added. I can go on and look at the channel listing and find those, so I don't even pay attention to them. Okay, it could be a tablet, it could be your computer, it could be on your phone. Sometimes I will watch Peacock on the phone if something else is going on, and I don't want to watch whatever my husband's watching. I may sign into it and listen to it remotely, so he doesn't hear what I'm listening to. So yeah, those are possible. Gloria. Peacock is free. Pluto is free. Now, one thing I like about Peacock, I think it's Peacock. Yeah, Peacock, the ads are short, really nice and short. Sometimes they're only 10, 15 seconds. Sometimes they pile up several of them and you'll end up with 60-second spot, but they have a countdown timer. So you can see how long it's going to be before your show starts. I like that a lot. It means that I'm not interrupted a whole lot, but like on Pluto, they may have 2.5 minutes of ads and they don't have a countdown timer. So I prefer to see the countdown timer. That's really nice. Yes. I do not. Virtual private network. What that does is it puts a kind of a wall around your internet. It means that other people can't see what you're doing online. I don't do anything nefarious, so I don't do that. I know other people are very concerned about their security and do. There are other ways of protecting yourself. If you go to any banking site, you're going to see that little lock over in the corner. That means it'll be HTTPS. S stands for security. So we have, those will be in their own bubble and not, that'll be an encrypted line that you're looking at. Others like our site, cccgs.info, is an HTTP. It is not with an S. It's not secured. So it's open. Does anybody care what you're doing on cccgs.info? Probably not. See, I'm sorry. I say that so many times a day that okay, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, our site is not protected. That doesn't mean that everybody's going to be snooping on you just because it's open. It just means that if someone really wanted to see what was going on between you and our site, they could see where you were going. I don't use a VPN. If I was downloading a lot of things that I didn't want someone to see, or the government, or the police or something, I might consider it, but I'm not going to do that. Oh my God. Okay. Gloria visits more dating sites than I visit other sites. We won't talk about your dating sites today. Yes. I'm not sure about that, but there are other ways of doing that. You can use like DuckDuckGo for your browser search engine as opposed to Google. And you'll have fewer hits of someone tracking you. That's another way of doing it without going to a VPN. Okay, let's see what our time is doing here. Okay, it's 7:01. We missed the start time by a minute, so I guess we should get started.
5, 10 minutes to close that down and bring it in.
Okay, take a 5-minute break and we'll be right back. Thank you. Mark, I see you came on with the
Yeah, the audio.
sessions, but they thought that that would be resolved if we didn't use another mic in the auditorium. But we'll see if we can get one out there to ask the question, or I'll just repeat the question.
Oh, sounds good now.
No, can't hear you. Anyone in the chat session that wants to, or excuse me, in the Zoom session that wants to talk, please use the chat function, because in order for this not to have feedback with microphone, my computer not to have feedback with the microphone, I had to turn all of the sound off on my computer for both Zoom and for the system. So that's why you're probably not hearing anything. That's why I'm not hearing you when you talk. So if you could just put your questions in the chat, I will try to keep up with those and make sure that that I answer those. Okay. Okay, let's get started. Oh, wait a minute. Before I do that, I'm going to share the screen. Let's share the screen. And okay, we're going to get started now. This is our February meeting. It's February the 1st, 2022. And if everyone would stand and pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. Okay, any guests or new members, please? Okay, could you introduce yourself, please? Tony Fanaro, welcome. Yes? Steve and Darlene from Wisconsin, your guests tonight. You want to join? Make sure you stop out here and get a membership form before you leave, okay? Okay, very good. Thank you. Tonight, I would like to honor Dennis Furs from the Military Heritage Museum, and he is up in the booth, and he is our Volunteer of the Month. If you've seen what happened tonight, and that was something in the electrical system for the museum, but Dennis has always worked diligently to help us to make our presentations the best that they can be. And we certainly appreciate all of his efforts. And Dennis, if you want to come down, we have a certificate for you, and even better, we have a check for you. Okay. He's coming. Okay, good. Dennis, for all of the things that you do for us, for CCCGC, we want to honor you this month as Volunteer of the Month. And in appreciation, we also have a check for you. So
Thank you very much.
thank you so much for everything you do for us.
I was really sorry to hear that the cultural center closed. I don't like hearing things like that. They're a part of the community. But I'm glad you guys are here. Okay, so enjoy our facilities, and I'll always do whatever I can to make your meetings go as smoothly as possible. With that being said, tonight was an aberration, and we will proceed from there. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you. It was a learning experience, but you see that we are having a meeting, so that is good. Okay. Vita, Vita, what is the correct pronunciation? Vita? Vita is a tax preparation service that is offered for the community, and it's a free service. And Fran Robitelli, one of our directors, is one of the preparers of the taxes. And we have, as an organization, have loaned them computers during the tax season in prior years. And we just delivered 4 loaner PCs to them the other day for their use through the tax season. And that goes, you can start applying now. Appointments start February 2022 and go through April. So thank you very much. Okay, everyone got this nice little questionnaire, and I hope you fill it out and tell us what you want out of our organization, your organization, excuse me, it is your organization. We want to be here to provide things for you. We don't want to have to second guess or find something that's interesting for us, but not for you. So tell us what you like and what you don't like. And if you have additional suggestions, please put them down here in the this open area. And if you're willing to be an instructor or a presenter for a topic, please tell us what topic, and please leave us your name, telephone number, and email address so we can contact you. Thank you. And in addition, if you have suggestions, go to our website. We have our suggestion box that is up in the header. So you can click on that and you will have an area where you can put suggestions in for programs or other things that you want. It may be something about an application you want to see, you know, they want to know how to repair your own computer. You may want to give us some advice on how we should be better using our time in the office or other things we should offer. Please, or if you want to just say, hey, you're doing a good job, you can do that too. That would be nice. Also, every month we have a monthly favorite. And George Kopanek started this a couple of years ago. 2 or 3 years, 2017. Okay, so we collect monthly favorites. They were posted on the right-hand column of on the website. But if you have any suggestions for websites that that you like, and on here you'll see thing on here for websites that you like and suggestions for favorites. Please put them either there or in the automated system online. Our favorite for 2022 for February is the program Terms for Service. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play a video for you, and then George is going to talk to you about that.
Let me pick up again. You're going to start the video. Good evening. My name is Gary Skillicorn. I'm doing the programs coming up this next year, and certainly looking for your suggestions as well too. So if you had the opportunity to fill out some, and we're looking for some real good ideas. Let me just kind of put this into perspective. Walking into this, I kind of see that we have opportunities for very much keyboard related type things you might want to do at your house or in the evenings. We have programs too that I think like might be of interest to be more technical related. And the program this evening is along that nature as well too. Certainly, all of you are going to have used this technology perhaps many times today, and that's Global Positioning System, GPS. So what we're going to do is to show you a short YouTube. We're not there yet. Well, let me just finish, and then you can pick up on it. We need to coordinate this a little bit. Then I'll talk for a couple of minutes, looking at some key points of maybe what you heard, and then opportunities for some question and answer. And I'll also mention this evening is all a test for you as well too. We didn't have power here today when we came in. Many of you experienced that. So think of what life might be without technology, without your PC, without your cell phone, etc. A good example tonight. Mary, all yours now.
Okay, thank you. We're going to continue with the favorite of the month, and this is called Terms of Service Didn't Read. Okay, we have another technical difficulty because we tested this in the office, but the computer we were doing the test on had an open mic. This one, I've turned off my mic, so I'm going to have to turn it back on and hope we don't get feedback. Okay, let's try this. I don't know how to correct this.
Does everybody know what terms of service is? Oh.
It is coming out now, but it's only coming out here from that microphone. It's not
When-
coming out from,
when you're loading a program, you get a new program, the first thing you gotta do is agree to a terms of service. It's usually about 7 or 8 pages long and has a whole bunch of legal things on it. Anytime you start a program or load anything into there, there's usually a term of service. And what this program does is once you put an extension on your computer, it'll scan the term of service and give you the information in a few lines instead of 6 or 7 pages. The website is tos.org. And it's on our website on the favorites, and it's February's favorite. You can look at that and look at it and read it. And we will try to get the video on there also, since we're having a technical problem.
We're having a technical problem with getting the sound out to you. We can play the video, take the sound out. So I'm going to go ahead and start this again, and we can talk to what it does. If you look at the tosdr.org site, you will see that it looks at different sites. I'm sorry. If you look at the tosdr.org site, you see that it has a number of different sites that it checks, and like Twitter, you have the right to leave the site. You have a promise to inform you about data requests. You have third parties that are getting information from whatever you are attempting to do. It says that Twitter deletes the tracking data in 10 days or offers an opt-out. Twitter does not require cookies to function, so you can do it without. So if you read the site, you will see what each one of these particular services is requesting from you before you agree to the terms of service. Okay. Did you have anything in addition to add to that, George?
Told me that I'm not sure if everyone can read everything on there. In the little red on the top, it gives it a grade between A and E. A is very, very, very good, and E is, oh my goodness. Oh, okay. You can see where it says GitHub, and then it says grade. I think it says B. A B. And Mary, can you scroll up? Oh, okay. 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 Not very good.
Immediately you'll get pop-up ads or little banners that say, don't you want to buy this? I know you just bought something very similar to it, but don't you need something else that looks exactly like it? So no matter what you're looking for, you're going to get a lot of extra pinging from all of these different sites, especially these with a grade of an E. Now, Wikipedia, it's got a grade of B. That's pretty good. DuckDuckGo, a grade A. So when you go to DuckDuckGo, your privacy is protected. So think about using that as a site as opposed to using Google as your search engine. Khan Academy, grade E. That's not good. So if you go on here, you'll see that there are a number of sites that they say you should not, you should stay away from. So Pinterest, that's a grade E. Spotify, grade E. CNN, same thing. Apple services, grade E. So go to that website and check things out. And I'm going to apologize ahead of time for the video that we have. I have a question. Harold, is it possible for you to share the screen from the booth and get the audio for the YouTube video that we have coming up? And on the screen, you'll see the what that link is. Unfortunately, it's not clickable.
You were getting the sound from the computer.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I turned it off again. And
So I thought maybe you could use the microphone then.
when you look for, go on YouTube and look for how GPS works today, and it's from Brightside, and it's a 10-minute video, 10.01. Maybe we can salvage this.
Keep an eye on the time.
Okay.
So if it doesn't work, let us know.
Would you like us to save this presentation until next month? And Gary, you want to talk to some of the items and then, or you want to just wait? Okay, why don't we do that? We will postpone the presentation that was for tonight until we iron out some of the details. And we're going to test this a couple more times when it's convenient for the museum to work with us, but does not interfere with all of the rest of the program. So let's go ahead and skip ahead. Slide down here. Yes. It's grading, yeah, it's grading the terms of service as to what you are giving up when you go to that site. So the question was, what is the terms of service didn't read really doing for us, and what is the grading process? The grading process is saying, if you agree to these terms, you're agreeing to a lot more than you really think you are. Now, in some cases, you can actually opt out of certain ones of those services, but in other cases, it's all inclusive. If you say, yes, I agree, you're opening up the world, and now your life is out there in the Ethernet. So did you have a comment?
Yes, on their website, there is that. It gives the rating, and below it, it gives you the reason why they got that rating.
Okay, if we're not having the program, oh, I'm going to, no, I'm going to go back up to the favorites because I do have some more things. Oh, I already talked about that. Never mind. I thought I hadn't talked about it yet, but I will not. Okay, next month, then our program will be on GPS. And this month, I'm sorry for all of the technical difficulties. Some of them were certainly things well outside of anybody's uh, comprehension or any thought that we had. We certainly didn't think we wouldn't have power, but we have gotten through most of that. If anyone has any more questions before we go forward, ask away and I'll cover a few more questions before we basically get to the very end and give out the prizes. Yes,
I guess I had a question earlier that I was holding.
okay.
How does the computer club guard from ransomware and other viruses? How do you protect our system?
We protect our individual systems using the same tools that we put on your computers when you bring them in. So we use Microsoft Defender. It's very good. It's a virus protector, and there's no need for you to add another one. Matter of fact, you don't want to add like McAfee or Norton or whatever, because you're going to be turning off Windows Defender, or they're going to be fighting against each other and you're going to brick your computer. None of those things are things you want. We add Malwarebytes, Super Anti-Spyware, and Wise Cleaner. Wise Disk Cleaner is another one of our tools that we use. It will find things that the other two malware detectors do not. Each one of them has, yes. Oh, turn the screen off. Turn the screen. Okay, stop sharing. Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you. And he probably put it. Okay.
Okay, and the absolute best thing about that you can take care of ransomware is backing up your computers. You get ransomware and they get in the computer. They ask for $300 and 2 lollipops. You tell them, no, thank you. You go back to your backup, put your backup in, and everything is like it was. So that is the absolute best against ransomware.
That's an excellent idea. I mean, that's an excellent observation and advice. Anytime that you have anything that looks suspicious, or that you're getting ready to click on a site you haven't been to before, or that you have any questions about, you might want to do a backup first. And then you can go to the site and oops, something happened. Go right back to that backup and recover all of your data. Put yourself in the position you were, minutes or hours or days before. You may lose 2 or 3 days of things if you don't catch something in time, but that's a whole lot better than losing everything. Anyone else with any questions before we kind of close out the night? Okay, let's do it then. Share the screen again. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the door prize drawing. And this is for our gift cards. And I didn't get one, so let me just find one in here. Okay, the number is 952. Aha, okay, Rosemary, what would you like? Would you like Winn-Dixie or Walmart? Okay, can you take that to her? Thank you. And Rose, you're taking photos? many people are here tonight? Okay. Next, you want to draw one, George? No, because you have tickets. Someone else? Well, no. Here, you draw. Don't draw your own. Okay. And the ticket is 947. 947. Someone had to have that ticket. This is for the door prize. This is for, someone just walked out, so maybe that was him. Should have stayed a few more minutes. Okay, we will draw another one then. Nine, 5, 5. Red ticket 955. Okay, very good. What would you like? Winn-Dixie or Walmart? There you go. Okay. So the next two cards will be for Winn-Dixie. And the ticket number is 967. All right. Here, Gary. Okay, Mary Burns. Huh? I have no idea. Nine, 5, 4. Okay, very good. Yeah. Okay, next up is the 50-50 drawing. Okay, 50-50, $27. 684. Okay, up there in the nosebleed seats. And the big thing for the night, the all-in-one computer, and it's a beauty. Okay, so we need a better way of doing this because this is really tough. We need a, okay, Tony Farino. There you go. You have a brand new, or you're not a brand new computer, but you have a new computer. It's a little heavy, so you want the cart to take it out. Okay, very good. And anybody have any questions before we go? Okay, have a nice one. Enjoy, and our next meeting will be March the 1st. And get some, the right sound from the right place. And yeah, Shannon's back. Good to see you, Shannon. Hey, Fran, when are you coming back into the office? 2 weeks? 1.